Hello Unionville students, my name is Miss Philemon and I'm an exceptional children's teacher here at Unionville. And I want to share with you my favorite story. It's called Wait, No Paint and it's by Bruce Whatley. As I'm reading this story, I want you to think about another story that this one might remind you about. It's called Wait, No Paint. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs. They lived together in an old house on top of a tall hill, along with 73 other little pigs, which is why they decided to leave their house and build their own little houses. The first pig built his house out of straw. The second little pig built his house out of sticks. And the third little pig built his house out of bricks. Bricks would keep out the wind, the rain, and the big bad wolf. The first little pig had just finished building his house when he heard a splash. "Whoops," said a voice from nowhere in particular. "I spilt my juice." "Yuck," said the first little pig. Now the straw house was soggy and sticky. Squish, 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 came a wet knock at the door. It was the big bad wolf. "Let me in," he growled. "No, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin," squealed the pig. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in," said the wolf. But before the wolf could do anything, the house collapsed into a very wet plop. And the little pig took off as fast as his little piggy legs would let him. The second little pig had just finished building his house when the first little pig came running up. "There's a wolf after me," he gasped. "Did he huff and puff and blow your house in?" asked the second little pig. "He didn't have time. Someone spilled juice on my house and it fell down all by itself," said the first pig. "Well, it looks like he's coming to finish the job here," said the second little pig, and the wolf was almost at the house. They slammed the door just in time. "Oh!" howled the wolf. The door had slammed right in his face, but he was still hungry. "Let me in, let me in!" He began clutching his nose. "Oh, I'll yuff and I'll nuff and I'll..." "Wait, I've got to redo the nose," interrupted a voice from nowhere in particular. While the wolf was getting his nose fixed, the 2 little pigs ran out of the back door. The third little pig was enjoying a good book and a glass of pink lemonade when the 2 little pigs burst through the front door. They told him about the spilled juice, the wolf with the hurt nose, and the mysterious voice. The third little pig jumped up and bolted the door. "I know who the voice is," he said, turning white as a ghost. "It's the illustrator." Now remember, the illustrator's who draws and paints the pictures. "Yes, it is me. I am the one who is painting the story," said the voice, who was indeed the illustrator. "And I'm sorry to tell you, but I just ran out of red paint. Without it, I cannot make you pink, and that's why you have turned pale." The first pig felt so faint he had to sit down. The third little pig was not happy. "This is embarrassing. We have to be some sort of color." Suddenly, the 3 little pigs felt queasy, like they were riding a boat on the stormy seas. They looked at one another and gasped. "They were green, green all over." "Green? She made us green!" cried the third little pig. "You don't like it?" said the illustrator. The 3 little pigs shook their green heads. "Well, I'll try to think of something else, but be careful," the illustrator continued. "The wolf is coming." The wolf was, in fact, right at the door. "Let me in," he howled. At this, running around was making him hungry. He didn't care that what color the pigs were, as long as he could gobble them up. No, not by the green hair of our green chinny chin chin, said the pigs. Well, then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll... How's this? Interrupted the illustrator. The wolf peeked through the window and howled with laughter. The illustrator had made the third little pig pattern. This is not funny, said the third little pig to the illustrator. Now I am blending into the furniture. You see, he said when the first little pig sat on him, I'm starting to feel like a real clown. Suddenly, the third little pig looked like a clown. Uh-oh, said the first little pig. I think the illustrator misunderstood you. The second little pig explained to the illustrator that the third little pig said he felt like a clown, not that he wanted to look like one. Oops, said the illustrator, and he made the third pig pale again. On the other side of the door, the wolf was still hungry, and he huffed and he puffed some more, but he just couldn't blow the house in. So he decided to climb down the chimney instead. The three little pigs heard the wolf on the roof. Quick, let's build a fire, said the third little pig. That'll keep him out. They put more and more wood on the fire so it would get red hot. And, wait, no paint. No red paint, said the second little pig. No red paint meant no fire. No fire meant the wolf would come down the chimney and gobble them up. Look, shouted the third little pig to the illustrator, because you ran out of red paint, the wolf is about to eat us up. Do something quick. We don't want to be in this story anymore. Once upon a time, there were three little bears, a mama bear, a papa bear, and a little baby bear. And then they said, color here, painters wanted, and we need paint. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I hope you were able to make a connection between this story and another classic fairy tale.